She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of sensitivity, strength, and screen presence that naturally draws attention. İlayda Alişan didn't rush into the spotlight. She stepped into it with purpose, gradually shaping one of the most promising acting journeys of her generation in Turkish television. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. İlayda Alişan was born on February 26, 1996, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she showed a strong curiosity for storytelling and performance. Unlike overnight sensations, her path was built through steady effort, auditions, and smaller roles that taught her patience and emotional control long before major recognition arrived. Her acting career began with minor appearances in television projects, but her first noticeable breakthrough came with roles in series like Çukur and Champion, where she proved she could hold her ground alongside experienced casts. These performances revealed her ability to convey vulnerability and inner conflict with subtlety, a quality that quickly set her apart. The defining turning point in her career arrived with Masumiyet, where her portrayal of Ella Yüksel left a deep impact on audiences. The role demanded emotional intensity, psychological depth, and resilience, and İlayda delivered with a maturity far beyond her years. The performance earned critical praise and firmly established her as a serious dramatic actress. Rather than staying confined to one tone, İlayda continued expanding her range. She reached wider audiences with Seversin, embracing romantic comedy while maintaining emotional realism. Later, her role in Ateş Kuşları showcased a darker, more grounded performance, reflecting her willingness to take on socially driven and emotionally demanding narratives. İlayda's career choices reveal a clear strategy. She prioritizes character depth over trend chasing, selecting scripts that challenge her emotionally instead of repeating safe formulas. This balance between mainstream visibility and meaningful storytelling has allowed her career to evolve steadily rather than burn quickly. Off-screen, her public image remains composed and authentic. She avoids excessive exposure, choosing to let her work speak louder than headlines. Her presence at brand campaigns and fashion events reflects elegance rather than extravagance, aligning with her calm and focused personality. Her lifestyle mirrors this discipline. İlayda values balance, personal growth, and mental clarity. She maintains a low profile, invests time in self-development, and approaches her career with long-term vision rather than short-lived attention. With a growing international audience through digital platforms and streaming services, her influence continues to expand beyond Turkish television. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent work in television, advertising collaborations, and brand partnerships, built gradually through credibility and trust. What truly distinguishes İlayda Alişan is her emotional intelligence on screen. She brings restraint, realism, and depth to her characters, allowing audiences to connect without exaggeration. This grounded approach has become her signature and a key reason for her rising respect within the industry. As of 2026, İlayda Alişan stands as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation, not defined by hype, but by growth, discipline, and artistic intention. Her journey reflects patience over speed and substance over spectacle. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't handed fame, yet there was always an intensity in her presence, a quiet strength behind her eyes that made every scene feel heavier, more real. Damla Sönmez didn't chase the spotlight recklessly. She built her reputation step by step, choosing depth over noise and substance over speed. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Damla Sönmez was born on May 3, 1987, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she was drawn to performance and expression. She studied at the prestigious St. Joseph French High School before continuing her education at Paris-Sorbonne University and later Mimar, Sinan Fine Arts University, where she trained in theater. That academic foundation shaped her artistic discipline, giving her a technical command of performance that would later define her career. Her acting journey began in the mid-2000s with television appearances, but it was her role in the series Geisgundas that first introduced her to a wider audience. However, Damla's breakthrough came with the critically acclaimed drama Bur Asakayasai, where her emotionally layered performance proved she wasn't just another rising actress. She was a serious talent capable of carrying complex narratives. Rather than leaning into predictable roles, Damla consistently gravitated toward challenging characters. In Çukur, one of Turkey's most talked-about crime dramas, she portrayed Efsun, a character filled with emotional conflict and sharp intelligence. Her performance added depth to the series and expanded her fan base dramatically. Later, in Aziz, she once again demonstrated her ability to balance vulnerability with strength, further cementing her reputation as a versatile performer. Damla's approach to her craft reflects careful intention. She is known for immersing herself fully into her roles, prioritizing psychological realism and authenticity. Instead of chasing constant visibility, she selects projects that align with artistic value, which has earned her respect not only from audiences, but also from critics and industry insiders. Off-screen, Damla maintains a refined, yet understated public image. Fluent in multiple languages and deeply connected to theater, she represents a blend of cultural sophistication and grounded professionalism. She has collaborated with fashion and lifestyle brands, appearing at high-profile events, yet she keeps her private life guarded and controlled. Her lifestyle reflects balance and intellectual curiosity. She values artistic growth, literature, and meaningful storytelling. While her relationships have occasionally drawn media attention, she has consistently kept the focus on her work rather than personal headlines. Over the years, Damla Sönmez has built a steady and respected career in both television and film. Her earnings come from acting projects, brand partnerships, and long-term collaborations, reflecting a career built on consistency rather than hype. What truly sets her apart is artistic integrity. In an industry often driven by trends, Damla chooses evolution. She embraces emotionally demanding roles, challenges herself across genres, and prioritizes credibility over comfort. That dedication continues to define her path. As of 2026, Damla Sönmez stands as one of Turkey's most refined and compelling actresses, a performer known not just for fame, but for depth, intelligence, and enduring presence on screen. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.